Hi, welcome to Real Magic Review. My name is Steve Faulkner and this is Hung, Drawn and Quartered by Joel Anthony. Before we do this, usual things, like and subscribe if you like it and you want to subscribe to it. Please have a look at onlinemagic.co. Lots of people talk about it. Have a look at the Trustpilot reviews, 900 plus videos, live sessions, every week, nearly every week, with the odd exception, and it's ridiculous. There are courses on, get to think about it then, coin magic, oh, all of them. I'm going to go through it, all the magics, that's what we've got on there, but in-depth tutorials, over-the-head shots. It is a lovely blueprint to become the magician you want to be. I just thought that, a bit cheesy, innit? Never mind. Right, this is something that Joel Anthony showed me at the session, and it was really, really nice. I like this simplicity of it, gets to the point. It is something that people will remember. There's no complexity to it, and I don't mean in the creation of it, I mean in the performance of it. I took a card, signed it, it was on his keys. Lovely. I like a ring flight, and I like the fact that you can carry this around. So he said he was inspired by things like Mystery Box, and the clear card to boxes, but he wanted something he didn't have to put, you know, in his pocket as a separate thing. It could be on his keys, and a big fan of that, because I don't want to carry around anything else, even though I keep telling myself that I'm not going to, and keep adding things to my close-up case, even though I promised myself I'm not going to. But this is on my keys now, so this is what, where are they? That's ready to go. Now, I will say, you get everything you need to perform this straight away. And what's quite nice is you get a more gimmicked version where you can then completely clean, so you can put your keys on the table. As he says, and I tend to agree with him, I don't think you need it. I think once they're opening their card, keys go away. No one's going to want to see the keys. They're just not part of it. They are, but to them, it was definitely on there. What's really nice is that the performances that he's doing, and clearly he's gone down the low, I think this might be a Wetherspoons, which is quite like that, or some such pub, got out to people and gone, could I do it? And they're like, well, here we go again. And you can, or not again, because they probably don't see, but here we go. And you can see that when the trick starts, they're a bit kind of reticent, you know, and by the end of it, they go, whoa, and they're really, it's genuine, proper responses, not from a magic gig where people are kind of fired up for it. And I think that is exactly the responses you are going to get for it. I have not performed this yet, but I don't need to know what it is. It's a card to impossible location. So you get the gimmick, more gimmicks version, which again, I probably wouldn't bother with. I'd leave those on my keys. Then you haven't got to set anything up. It's just ready to go. Now, there is a little bit of setup, but it's very, very simple. And what's really nice is you get the gimmick cards. You get some gimmick cards to start with that are not really gimmicks. You can set them up in 2 minutes yourself. Even at the gig, I say, and you get one of them, which is, it's a simple thing, right? But it's so nice that you don't have to go and buy anything at all. You even get a blank card, and you get a key and a key ring of 2 different sizes key rings, so you can get going straight away, even if you haven't got any keys. You should have keys, but if you haven't, or you haven't got the kind of key ring, it's not a specific kind, but it's just one that you're going to be able to slip on and off really easily without damaging the card. Sleights-wise, you're going to need to be able to force a card, control a card, and he's got this lovely presentation where he puts a card on the table, so it's a mystery card, or in someone's hands, they sign it, goes in the deck. He teaches you a couple of sleights of how to do that, but many of us have got, you need simple stuff. And when they turn it over, it says keys, and then it goes to the keys. And I like that for a couple of reasons. It's a nice callback. Maybe you had your keys out first, or he talks about being forgetful, and you have to put reminders, which I really, really like, especially for someone who is really successful. I wish. One day is very forgetful, indeed. I forgot the word then. And I like those because I am totally. So I like those presentations where I talk about ADHD. So I was having to sort of put little reminders everywhere because it's totally true. And then it says keys, and he says, well, that's one of the reminders I put somewhere, and the card is on the keys. But what it also does is it gives you all the misdirection you need to do the move you need to do, which is a simple one, but requires a bit of practice. On that, the cards, he gives you a scored. You can scored your own. They're scored off-center for those people that know what I'm talking about. But you can do that either with John Allen's perfect score or your own. But you do get, like I said, some cards to get on with. So I'd say it's easy, but you need to be able to handle cards. It's quite bold. the switch involved, which I'm sure it's fine to talk about, is bold, but with the way the routine goes, they're going to be going, no, it's on the key, and you're going to have that time to do it. I did play with some different things, and I've really enjoyed playing with this, actually. If you know a few moves, even coin magic moves, you're going to be able to adapt them and come up with your own thing. But for those of you that aren't used to it, you're going to think there's loads of heat when you're doing what you've got to do, and actually you can talk to them. It's totally fine. It's not going to be a difficult thing to do, but the first time you do it, you might feel a bit like, oh, am I going to get caught? But you won't. Angles. Arguably it's kind of angly, but not if you kind of do it here. But if you're doing it out here, you're going to have to be careful either side, but I think there are ways around that. And I think it's a really solid trick. It is Joel's first release. It's a good, solid release. It's practical. I think if you buy it, you're going to do it. The price is 35 quid, I think, which I think is fair with what you get. And good luck to him with it, because, you know, I like it when people come out and release it. It just feels like a good meat and potatoes, honest release that's really powerful, really fun to do, and I think it's not one that's going to go in the drawer, or it shouldn't. So, anything else to say about it? Oh yeah, he talks when you run out of the gimmicks. I call them gimmicks, they're not even, but you know, the cards that you're going to use, he talks you through how to make them, but you're just going to know straight away. So that is Hung, Drawn and Quartered. That is from, I keep forgetting, Pocket Miracles. I keep trying to say Magic Factory. Pocket Miracles. So get it from the Pocket Miracles site. But of course, use the links below. And support independent creators, people that are coming out with their first things. You know, if you're on the fence about it, it's a good one that always pushes me. Is, you know, if I can support someone and spend my time and money, and I do still actually buy things, the odd things, then I will. So, but you'll have loads of information on there. All the performances are on the trailer as well. Right, thank you very much. Have a great one. Go and have a look at onlinemagic.co after having a look at all that. And like and subscribe if you like it and you want to subscribe to it. Take care.